Well, howdy. What you see is a poor man's effort at trying to get some metrology done. Now, what's metrology? This is a height gauge, and it's sitting on a granite surface plate. This surface plate is not that accurate, not as accurate as you'd hope for, but this is just a shop, a home shop. It has nothing to do with real accuracy, but it's well, it's what I use for accuracy. And these, do you see these? These are called gauge blocks. Gauge blocks were invented in Sweden by a man named Johansson. And Johansson showed these. He was working with Marlin and Remington and other gun makers, trying to come up with a way of doing gauges for other workers that were super accurate. So what he came up with are these. Can you see those? I don't know if you can see those. Can you see those? There they are. These are gauge blocks. Let me show you a demonstration. Just a minute. I'm coming right back. Just thought of this. And it's in this drawer here. There it is. This is a demonstration set of gauge blocks. These ones are shop accurate, maybe B grade or so. These are AAA grade, these ones. And they're just super accurate. So this one's 1 inch, and this one's gosh, I don't have my glasses. Hold on a second while I get my glasses on, because I need my glasses to see this. This is 1/2 inch, 1/3 of an inch, 2/10, and 1/10 of an inch, in that order. And these things are super accurate. How accurate, you may ask? Well, let me see if I can find some oil, because you need some oil to show this. And here's a can of Rem oil, just what you need. Okay, here's a 1/2 inch. I just put some oil on here. Now I'm just going to rub it off. It just has to be a super thin layer of oil. And then, come on now. Not you. Yeah, you. Same with you. Super thin layer of oil. Super thin. Then, take these two things, and get the oil off your hand, and run them together like this. Oops. Well, that one didn't work. Let's try this side. This is called ringing. Well, maybe it's because it's too cold. I don't know. But this is an effect you get when you take metal and you get it so that it's so thousandths of an inch close to each other, they will stick. Well, these ones won't. You know, just my luck. I can't seem to get them to work. Let me try this one and this one. No, this way. There. See that? It's not the oil is sticking. It's not electromagnetic. They're not magnetic at all. It's not anything else. We don't really know what it is. I mean, there have been people who've done scientific papers on why this happens. But it happens. And you have to be extremely super accurate when you get them ground to this level, where they'll, what's called ringing. And the man named Johansson in Sweden first discovered this. Well, Henry Ford met Johansson, and he thought, my goodness, this is such a cool thing. What is this? It's a 250. Why is there a 250 out? Why is there a long 250 in here? On a Weber. This is a Shars set. Because here's 225. That's why. I bought that off of eBay to make up for the one that was missing here. Anyway, Johansson discovered this. Henry Ford thought this was so great, he bought Johansson's company and brought him to Dearborn, Maryland, Detroit, is it Dearborn, Michigan, I guess it is. And these on them say Dearborn gauge, but these are actual Johansson gauges. Johansson later moved back to Sweden after he retired, a millionaire. But what's good about these is that when you say 1 inch or 2 inch or half an inch or whatever, these are dead on accurate to what they are. Now, why is that important? Well, you see this gizmo here. This is a surface plate. It's supposed to be super flat. This one's a little rough, but it works. And this I bought recently. This is a Brown & Sharp's height gauge. And what I've determined with these so far is the distance from here to here is exactly 1 inch. So that when you set these up on a, let's say a 4 inch, come on now, on a 4 inch like that, yeah, registers 4 inch right there. And if you set it up, let's see if I do it this way. If I do it this way, oops. My problem was when I got this, it was missing this piece here, and I had to get one from a Chinese source to make up the difference. Yeah, that shows the 1 inch, because that's showing 5 inches now, which is good. So it's calibrated to 4. Good. Now, why am I interested? Well, I have a project I'm going to be doing on some guns, and I want to know dead on accurate how tall certain parts are. This is really useful in a machine shop when you're trying to just determine, like for instance, to cut a line on a piece of metal that you're about to cut. You describe it with this thing. It's super sharp there. And this one was in some shop, and it's got the name of the fellow who owned it here, as well as the Brown & Sharp number on it. Brown & Sharp used to make some extremely accurate tools. They're not so much in this business anymore, but they were one of the super duper accurate tool companies. There's Starrett, Brown & Sharp, General, later on Mitutoyo, but those are the big names in tools. And by the way, this is my shop, and like any shop, in the wintertime, every corner is dark. Let me show you something. I'm going to show you around the shop. You can see my light sources all over the place. I've got lights strung everywhere you can possibly string lights, and it's still dark in here. You know, in the summertime, the door over there with the Trump flag on it, that opens up. That's facing east, and when I open it up, there's a lot more light in here. But normally, this is my main workbench, and even at that, I need this little work light to actually see what the heck I'm doing, or to read these calibrations. Those are so fine on here, and it's can be so accurately adjusted with all of these knobs and things. This is how you did things before digital. This is a pre-digital height gauge. This is probably from about the 1930s, and I bought it off of eBay, and it was still expensive even at that, and it was broken. I had to fix it, but it works. And it told me what I needed to know about this thing's calibration. So now I'm ready to do the chore I was wanting to do. So just thought I would let you in on a little trick that I learned from watching Machinist videos on eBay. Have fun.